Alright Bonehogs, this video is all about Quan, and I wanted to make this video in response to some comments that I got on my last one about people talking about the different variations and different cameos and that kind of a thing, and just wanted to give you my opinion on 5 more really good cameos to use with Quan, kind of how you can use them, and why I personally don't like them. But yeah, if maybe you want some ideas, maybe you're someone who's just like, I love Tremor. Like, I have Tremor pajamas, I've got Tremor socks, like, I need to play Tremor. So for those of you, just this is your favorite character, you want to use them, here's some ideas for you, starting with Tremor. Let's get into it.
Accept your death.
Tremor is good for a couple of reasons, but mainly only one, is that you get a combo off of Skydrop. Now this is really good, obviously, because you get a combo from anywhere on the screen. Even if you want to hit confirm something into Skydrop, you can do it that way. And he does this by transforming from Crystalline to Aftershock and then doing the little ground pound, and then it knocks the opponent up and you can combo. It's really, really strong. So yeah, in this instance, I can do standing 4, Crystalline into the ground pound, standing 4 into, I don't know what you would do there. I don't play this cameo, and I'll tell you why I don't use this cameo. Although that in itself is quite good, it is very expensive. It takes your entire cameo meter, and in my opinion, in this game that is super reliant on cameos, to have one setup take your whole meter is just a little bit too expensive for how I want to play. I like to have some constant utility and that kind of a thing. So there is some other things that you can do here, like I think Metallic has like a couple nice projectiles that you can use in your projectile zoning. Crystalline gives you that armor, obviously, which you could probably use to set up Quan Chi's armored portal in that little time that you're waiting for the portal to actually give you the armor. And then you have armor on armor, so like that's pretty crazy. Not really my jam as far as switching in between the different types, and yeah, having like just the one kind of cameo move take the whole bar meter. Not really a fan of that either, especially with how slow it is to come back. You can see it coming back there. So yeah, definitely a strong cameo, meshes well with Quan, especially once you start to think outside of the box on the Skydrop thing and start to use some of the other stuff. Yeah, good cameo. Not the strongest in my opinion, but still very good synergy there. Next cameo is Cyrax, and this is actually one that I've thought about dabbling with for a couple of reasons. Quan Chi's 1-2 string has really, really good hit advantage, so it actually combos into Cyrax's net, which holds the opponent, as you know, for a very long time, which allows you to do a couple of things. It also drains their meter too, by the way, which is important, so you can put one of these out and, you know, still just a tiny bit more meter if you wanted to. You can also whiff some special moves, kind of in the background here, to just build a little bit of meter yourself. So you could do something like this, into this, just to whiff that, get that out. Big combo with Big Chompy here. I've seen other combos, like my good friend Brown Boy, I saw he was doing this, into this, into this, and kind of setting that up that way. That's something cool you can do. And then also, if you're in the corner and you have some your little armor portal set up, you could use just the regular Cyrax to get some extra chip damage if you wanted to do that, or maybe get a combo going if you wanted to do that. So yeah, I mean, I think Cyrax has a lot of utility for Quan Chi. I personally don't play Cyrax because I don't care about the character. I really don't. And there's a little bit of that I have to have, you know, and unless it's going to be like a super big deal that I don't pick this character for whatever reason. Like for the cameos, I don't really care that much. Like wasn't a huge fan of Sonya, but because of just how strong it was with Quan Chi, I played it for a bit, and then I discovered Serena, who is actually a character I think is cooler than Sonya, and I actually like as a character, and works good with Quan, so that's a bonus. But I don't know if you're the same as me. Let me know if you are. If I don't like a character, I won't play them. Like Striker, obviously, is a good cameo. I don't want to play Striker. He's boring. He's stupid. Sorry, Blue. You know it's true. And a side note, I actually left Striker and Kano off of this list because you could literally pick them with any character and it'd probably be the best cameos. So just for the idea of fun, I left them out of here. So anyways, moving on, Cyrax is good. Coming up next is Kung Lao. So Kung Lao offers some nice mix off of our strings here with the low hat. The only problem is this is quite slow to kind of add into the mix, and you can see Kung Lao kind of come on screen before the move even starts, so it's fairly easy to react to. I don't usually see this as great mix. The recovery's nice, and I think I would use this more for the zoning than I would for the actual, because you can use it kind of like Sony's projectile, because you can hold it, use it to set up this. Boom, boom, into some projectiles, coming back fairly fast. The reason I don't like Lao is a little bit of fatigue from the season where everyone was using Kung Lao. He was good, don't get me wrong. I'm just kind of sick of looking at him, and everything else he does, I don't really see how it can work with Quan. You know, like this teleport, I guess, is nice if you need to get out of the corner or something, but then it's killing your cooldown for your hat. This is good for a combo that seems to, I can only get it to combo off. Oh yeah, there we go. But it doesn't really add any more damage than just our regular combos do, so maybe a little bit more, but not enough to warrant an entire cameo change. And again, I'm just not a huge fan of Kung Lao. I find him kind of boring. I don't really care about him. So yeah, those are the reasons why I don't use Kung Lao. This is a quick one. Low hat's good. Don't get me wrong, especially for zoning, checking movement, that kind of thing. I think it's really good. Don't think it's used great as a mix-up, and his other moves just don't do it for me. So yeah, Kung Lao, everybody. Next up is Mataro, and better than Lao for sure, because you have this mix with that low attack, and that's plus on block, like plus a lot. So this could actually be legitimate. Again, it is slow as far as a mix-up goes, but plus 14 is pretty freaking crazy. The pushback is whatever. You don't have to do it after that. You can do it after that. Go back into your pressure. Especially if you have one of these up on the screen. Like, oh my goodness. You got armored into your little mix here, into your plus frames, into, you know, it's never your turn, my friend, kind of idea. Then you have a little tail turret for your zoning. And then lastly, his little teleport. Not only is it always nice to have a teleport, but it allows us to combo off of our bone cage. On hit, of course, I believe. Let's see here. So, that right there, in my opinion, is better than the Tremor situation. I do believe this has to hit, though. If it doesn't, because now you can block it. So if you block it, I don't believe you can combo. But if it hits, teleport into whatever combo you want. But yeah, that's super useful. So Mataro is actually pretty strong with Quan Chi, and is definitely, I would pick it up if like Serena or Sonya were somehow nerfed or something. Definitely, I played a little bit of Mataro at the start of the game's life, and I like him as a character. He's kind of cool. I like the moves that he does. Everything he gives you is cool. But right now, Serena's just a cooler character and does more for me, so that's where I'm at with that. And lastly is Sector. So Sector, for example, has this ambush projectile, which is extremely strong, and that's probably the main reason why you would want to pick him. He can set up a lot of things just because of his, keeps kind of his pressure going with stuff. He can give you combos where you normally wouldn't get combos. He allows you, just the fear of that missile coming down is enough to allow you to get stuff onto the screen and stop your opponent from moving. See, that made a combo there. 5 hits, that's crazy. 194 from full screen, that's nuts. This is really good, really quick at checking movement, catching people moving or jumping or anti-airing them, that kind of a thing. Same with this. Really, really good. Just space control, that kind of a thing. And the main reason that I don't really use him is I don't really like his cooldowns, especially on that missile. Like, it didn't even start back up again. And this is like one of the main reasons I've used him. It's a strong move, so I get it, don't get me wrong. I get the cooldown, but I just, in a game where cameos are so important, I don't like being out without a cameo so long, you know, similar to the Tremor thing. So that's what kept me away from him a little bit. Some of the other moves have like a little bit less cooldown. Flamethrower is kind of nice, especially with how much utility you get out of it. But yeah, just not for me. I like the kind of machine gunning stuff at you and just always giving you something to think about kind of idea. So, but all of these are perfectly fine cameos. They all do great things. They all have good synergy with Quan. Just wanted to show you some options of other things that might be out there if you just don't know yourself, you know? So I'm here for everything Quan Chi. We're here for you. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like because it really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't because I make new videos almost every single day. #Bonehawks, all that stuff, and we'll see all you Bonehawks in the next video.
Accept your death.